What's going on, everybody? It's Fusebox here, and my buddy Bruiser, he's stuck in a plate. The same plate. You've all been there, or maybe you're there right now. Trying to 4-key Ultra Nightmare, and most days it takes a 5th key, which costs gems if you want to get that final chest. It's frustrating, right? Right on the verge of it. So it's time. He got him a Maneater, so you know what's coming, right? He wants to do an Unkillable, something to make it nice and easy to get through. Now, we're not going to have all the masteries for these, but we could still make the team. But here's the problem. You know how fickle fate, right? No Painkeeper. All this time, amazing champs, no Painkeeper. But we did find a little something hiding in the vault. So what he does have is there's Maneater. That's great. We know we can get Unkillable at least for a bit. He does have 2 Warcasters. Where are the Warcasters? May have to actually go pull them out of the vault. So here we go. We have 2 Warcasters and a Maneater. We can go 1 for 1 with this clan boss and stay unkillable this way. All we got to do is bring in, we're going to want a poisoner. We're going to have to make a tank. We don't have to make a slow boy. We just have to make a guaranteed tank. And after running the numbers, we can do this without making a very slow character. So we're going to want a poisoner, and we're going to probably want, out of the pick here, Rosin. Rosin's going to be our go-to so that we can keep defense down and weaken on the boss. What we'll probably need to do is try to use a toxic set on 1 or 2 of the Warcasters, get some extra poisons, try to up the damage. All we have to do to guarantee a 4 key is try to get somewhere near 20 million a hit, and we're going to blow right through it. I'm actually hoping to be able to push closer to a 3 key. It might be possible. So basically we're going to have Maneater going 4 turns for every 3 turns of the clan boss. Everybody else is going to be speed tuned normal Ultra Nightmare speeds. Since Ultra Nightmare is the focus, that seems like the best way to get 1 for 1 on the clan boss. He's not worried about trying to run Brutal Nightmare and Ultra Nightmare with an Unkillable. We could always slow them down to make Nightmare and Nightmare, Ultra Nightmare, both doable with the same team. And I'll probably get in touch with him here shortly and make sure which way he wants to go with that. So I'm going to do some work, and we'll see what we come up with. Alright, so again, thank you, Deadwood Jedi. The clan boss calculator and all of his different compositions. What we're going to do is use 1 Warcaster. We've got him built out, and we're building people for damage. In the end, this team is not going to need to have a specific tank because Maneater's going to go fast enough to actually block all stun debuffs. So let's start with Maneater. He is the fastest on the team. Let's look at what we're getting here. So he's running at 255 speed. We've actually got 3000 attack, and he has pathetic base attack, 837. So this took some work, but we got it. We've got some crit rate, some crit damage on him. Try to get some damage out of him, but he had to be fast. So that's a tough build there. Now Warcaster, we've got Warcaster going at 217. Maneater can go 255 to 257. Warcaster needs to be 214 to 217. So we got him right on 217. We got him over 3000 attack. He's middle of the road on crit rate, but he's got tons of crit damage for when he does crit. But we did put him in a toxic set. He's going to add a couple of extra poisons along the way because the only debuffs we're going to have are coming from Rosin, and then the rest are poisons. So Rosin, we squeezed him into a savage set. He's going to be a monster. Okay, he's not that fast. 157, and he actually has to be either 157 or 158 for this to work. We've got 4k defense, 82 crit rate with a ton of crit damage because Rosin can really put out some damage. So he's in a savage set to increase that damage. Of course, he needs accuracy. We've got that. We're also going with Frozen Banshee. She's going to be our main poisoner aside from the toxic set. And, we got her accuracy where it needs to be. She is our fast DPS. And that needs to go 205 to 209. So we got her right on 205. Again, we actually went with extra attack and some crit rate and some crit damage. We got to be trying to put out damage with every move we have. So now here's the key. Instead of using 2 Warcasters like I wanted to, we're going to speed this up with none other than Apothecary. That's right. He's coming in and he's going to actually be slow to make this work out right, to speed us up just enough with the speed buff. So to get some extra damage out of him, I actually went with the Avenging set. So we're going to have a chance of taking an extra attack with him. We're trying to get extra Giant Slayer procs. I have not checked his mastery. He does have Giant Slayer. It's pretty much all I'm worried about. I'll check and see if there's a free reset on him. Let's see, because I'd like to get him. Alright, let me redo this real quick. There we go. So now we can get extra counterattacks with him. And, as far as his build, he will be useful the way he always was before, except for his speed. His speed has to be 130 on the dot, making him very slow for what you want Apothecary to normally be. But we're going to go ahead and keep our crit rate high. He can heal with that in regular content, and a mixture of defense and attack. He's not going to be an amazing damage dealer or anything, but because the way we're going to use Maneater to go, he's gonna lap the clan boss every cycle of 3 turns, and that's going to allow us to make sure that every time the stun comes up, we're blocking all debuffs, so that we don't ever have to worry about a stun. We'll never have to worry about affinity with this team. This is going to be a pretty fun team. And we're building this specifically with Ultra Nightmare in mind, because we want to be able to kill it. He wants to not have to do this every day, where he, every other day have to use a 5th key just to get it done. Not to mention, I think this is going to be a fun team. I really do. So let's go get into this. Let's do it. 70 million silver later, by the way. Man, I'm talking about, this was an absolute pleasure to work with. I mean, he has amazing gear, tons of gear, tons of silver. Everything was saved up waiting to do something like this. And one day we'll be able to do like a Bat Eater or something great. But this, if we can hit 20 million, we have accomplished what we wanted to accomplish. I'm curious to see how well the toxic set is going to help us out here. So we're going to go for it. Let me set up my team, and then we'll go over the setup and watch them work. So here's something interesting about this team. Because there's no true tank, we can use the crit rate in the lead. 23% crit rate. That's a pretty amazing aura when you do not have to worry about your front man being one of your main damage blockers. So we're going to give it a shot. This should work just fine. We're going to block the stun, and as long as we're blocking it every time, we don't have to worry about getting stunned and messing up our rotation. So we're gonna, that's my favorite aura out of this group, is actually increasing that crit rate, because a couple of them were not quite there. Well, now they are. Rosin's gonna hit like a truck. This is gonna be fun. So setting this up, basically all we want to do, everyone's gonna use their main move right off the bat. And Maneater is going to go A1, A1, A3, and then it's auto from there. Pretty simple. So Maneater is the one we're actually going to be watching. 2 A1s, hit his A3, full auto. So here we go, A1 here. Everyone else is going to use their main ability. We're going to use block damage. Go ahead and set up our poisons. We have to eat the first hit. We'll go ahead and debuff this guy. We are going to speed boost right off the bat. Increasing that speed's crucial. Here's our second A1. And we are almost done with this. What is Warcaster's? Let's see if that hits hard. No crit. Imagine that. So this is it. We're going to go unkillable, auto, enjoy the show. Now that is what I'm talking about. A 4 key, that's almost a 2 key. If we can get that to 35 million, we've got a 2 key on our hands. So, the lion's share is still coming from the poisons. A couple of ideas to boost this damage, though. One thing I saw was not many crits making counterattacks from Apothecary. He's a really slow speed, 130. So we probably could put him in a toxic set because I did see room for some more poisons. On top of that, let's see. Getting him in a toxic set would probably help. We could definitely change some masteries into counterattack on a couple of the people that I didn't want to change. I don't have enough gems. I know for sure Frozen Banshee. And if you're trying to build a team like this is what happens when you don't have a Painkeeper. The raid community comes together and comes up with ideas like this. So basically we're speeding everybody up with Apothecary. He's speed tuned it down low to keep that speed buff on. And another thing that's going to buff the speed of the damage of this team, when we get control of the AI, you can tell Apothecary to stop using his heal. We don't need the heal in this composition. So you tell him to stop that, and you go ahead and put him in a toxic set. I think you'll probably get a little more, and he needs so little speed it'll be easy to do. I would just try to keep the crit rate on everybody up. Man, nice. Like almost a 2 key. Now it's going to be frustrating having to take that third hit. Absolutely a great team. Now I will say that without changing the speed of one of your DPSers, this is going to be made for Ultra Nightmare, which I believe was the idea. And I know that there are plenty of different teams you can use to knock out Nightmare or Brutal with your last key. But a little bit of work, those couple changes, the AI control and toxic set on Apothecary will probably put you right over the edge. Right over the edge, get you that 2 key. Absolutely awesome. This is why everybody wants an Unkillable comp. It's awfully fun. It's so useful. It makes your whole daily grind that much easier. So I'm glad it worked out. Again, this has been fun. Enjoy your new team, and everybody else, until next time, enjoy the grind.